One of the things I am most excited to see in James Gunn's Superman Legacy is finally Jimmy Olsen. Because, yes, sure, we've had him before, we've had him in live action, but usually he's getting assassinated in the Snyderverse or getting killed by Doomsday in Smallville or on Supergirl. Honestly, he was one of the best parts of the Supergirl series, but they completely changed his character and he became a superhero and he was the Guardian. No. I just want a redhead Jimmy Olsen with freckles that takes pictures and works with Lois Lane and Clark Kent. That's all I want. And we have never gotten that properly done. I mean, the Jimmy Olsen on Smallville was pretty great. Just, again, until he got murdered. But I really want to see a comics accurate classic Jimmy Olsen done. Because even aside from live action, I feel like Jimmy Olsen is a character that's kind of been mostly ignored in a lot of media for years now. Actually something that I'm just now realizing is you have a show like Superman and Lois, which of course is, it's about Superman and Lois, but there's no reference at all to Jimmy Olsen on that show, even though Jimmy Olsen, is supposed to be a trio, not just the two of them. It's a trio. It's a threesome, just, not in that kind of way. So Jimmy Olsen is great. And actually, we've been getting a great version of him on My Adventures with Superman, the new Superman animated series. And now we know he is going to be featured in Superman Legacy. And of course, they're working on casting that right now. With the actors and writers strike going on, they're not going to publicly, officially make any casting announcements at the moment. But we do possibly have an idea of who could be playing our Jimmy Olsen in Superman Legacy. Because my time to shine, hello, of course, frequent scooper that we talk about here, posted this today, and this is an image of Skyler Gisondo, and just has the little, I don't know what to call the emoji, but the eyes, the side eye thing going on there. Obviously, she is teasing something that he has been cast in some sort of superhero project because that's what she reports on. Now, to be fair, this could be for a whole number of things. I saw some people saying oh, maybe it's for Marvel, maybe he's going to be the Human Torch for the Fantastic Four. I wouldn't completely mind that, actually, to be completely honest. I mean, he's the right age, just wish he was blonde if that were the case. But then people started talking about Jimmy Olsen, and I was like, oh my god, this is an amazing casting. Especially when you look at a photo like this, where just he looks like the skinny, nerdy, freckled, fun-loving, energetic Jimmy Olsen that we know and love from the comics. This right here is the Jimmy Olsen I want. Now, to be fair, he's not exactly a redhead. I mean, there are some images you look at him and he has more reddish hair, more lighter colored hair. But they could always dye it for the film if that's the route they wanted to take. But I think Skyler Gisondo is a really interesting choice and one that I didn't really think of because actually through this whole casting process, when thinking about Jimmy Olsen, I've always I've drawn a blank. I've been I have no idea who they could cast as Jimmy Olsen because, obviously I wanted a redhead, but everybody I thought of just didn't fit it. It's such a specific type of actor you're looking for, the right age, the look, everything. And Skyler Gisondo kind of fits that to a T. He's an actor that I'm very familiar with. Big part of my childhood growing up, actually. He was in the Buddies movies, the movies with the dogs, like Spooky Buddies, Space Buddies, Treasure Buddies, all the Buddies movies. He was in that. Super Buddies, of course. And then he was also in the third Night at the Museum movie. And I feel I've seen him in a couple other things as well. Obviously those are mainly kids' projects. So it's not like he really got to flex his acting muscle there. So I'm not super sure of his acting ability. I did hear he was in Licorice Pizza, which I haven't seen yet. But I bet that was probably a good acting chops showing off role for him. We'll see when I actually do watch it. But I just think he has the look. Again, looking at this image specifically, this outfit also even looks like a very Jimmy Olsen inspired outfit. I just think Skyler Gisondo would be really great as as Jimmy Olsen. Now, when it comes to the age, though, which is interesting because, obviously, Jimmy Olsen would usually be seen as kind of younger than Clark and Lois. He's kind of like the nosy intern type character. Like he's supposed to be like kind of like the almost like the annoying little brother type character to the relationship. Now he's 27 right now, which honestly I can't even believe, like that's crazy. Like I grew up watching this kid and now like I look at images and he like actually looks like an adult now. And he's like almost 30 years old. Which, in hindsight, I would think would be like, oh, that's a little bit too old for Jimmy Olsen. But then again, you look at our casting of Superman, Clark Kent, we have David Cornsweet. He's in his early 30s. So there's still an age difference there. There's still the younger factor with Jimmy Olsen. And Rachel Brosnahan, who's playing Lois Lane, is even older than David Cornsweet. So I think this works. I think this really works. And I really like this casting choice. Again, there's really nothing saying here that this necessarily is Jimmy Olsen or Superman Legacy, but Skyler Gisondo, I think it would be a really great choice for this, and I really do hope this ends up being the case. But again, with the actor strike going on right now, it's not like they're going to confirm it anytime soon. But I like this. I really like this idea. So, anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about this rumor? Again, it is just a rumor for now, that Skyler Gisondo could possibly be at least in talks or auditioning for the role of Jimmy Olsen in James Gunn's Superman Legacy. So thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video and hit the subscribe button so I keep it up to date on everything that goes on in the DC life.